What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Revenge Body Recap here on AfterBuzz TV. Do not go too far. We have a very, very special guest.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
G-Eazy. I love G-Eazy so much.
So good. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're here for the Revenge Body Recap here on AfterBuzz TV. We have a very, very special guest. It is Miss Latreal Mitchell.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited. I'm on the AfterBuzz. Let's buzz it up.
That's right. And where can everybody find you on social media?
LatrealMitchell.com is my website. Latreal Mitchell's all my handle. That's it. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Perfect. I love how it's all the same thing.
All the same.
Makes it easy.
Yeah.
And I'm joined by my lovely panelists.
Yes. Hi, y'all. Welcome back. I'm Rachel Robillard, and y'all can find me at Rach_Robillard.
Hey, you guys. My name is Shanti. You can find me on Instagram at Shanti_Christina.
Hey everybody, it's Howard III. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Howard III, and of course my website, howardthird.com.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Let's get started. I wanted to kind of like, every time we have a trainer in, I love to start in the very beginning. Take it all the way back to the beginning.
Lord.
So when did you first discover your love for fitness?
Well, when Jesus was born. Well, it was a crazy story. So I'm originally from New York, born and raised New Yorker. And around the time when I was 18, I decided that I wanted to be a model. So I was like, okay. So back then, before all of your time, there was Denise Austin, and she had a fitness show. So every morning I'd get up and work out with Denise Austin to get ready for, my big modeling debut. So I went to my audition, did my whole walking thing, and the lady says, you're never going to be a model.
What?
And I was like, got back on the train, boo-hooed all the way home. And then I was like, well, what else am I going to do? So I got up every morning and still worked out with Denise Austin. Then I wound up joining like a local gym in my area. And that's when Tybo started getting really popular. So the guy in the gym always saw me in there. He said, would you be interested in teaching this class? And I was like, absolutely. I am Belina Blanks. I can do this. And then I got certified to start teaching group classes in my very, very early 20s. And then from there, my career has evolved from group training to personal training, yada, yada, yada.
Wow. That is amazing. And obviously you've attracted some celebrity clientele as well. Terry
yeah.
Crews, which I'm a big fan of.
Terry. He's awesome. I have Terry Crews, Michael Strahan, working with Johnny Gill right now. So I have a kind of Mekhi Phifer.
Wow. And when did you move to LA from New York?
Ooh, girl. 2000, I moved here. And then 99, 2000. And then I've been back and forth.
Okay.
From New York to LA, but
just a change of pace, or why did you make
go
your
back
way
and
out
forth?
here?
Oh, because I thought all the fit people, and I was like, I want to be in fitness. So where do all the healthy people live? And I was like, they're in LA.
Yeah.
I just moved out here, and it was one of those crazy things when I got out here. I was like obsessed with Billy Blanks. Like it was real. Like loved me some Billy Blanks. So I was online, and they were having like this thing, an audition. I'm in LA now, so there's an audition to be on his Tybo Live video series. I got there, got on my first week at LA. I was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I was like getting it in. So I was all excited. It was like my calling. I knew. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, that's amazing.
My mom had all the typo videos.
Really?
Yeah. You know what it is, right?
Yeah.
Not too much.
I know you wouldn't.
It's
awesome.
That's how I'm showing my age. I was like, yeah. I was around when Tybo just. That's why I started talking about baby Jesus. Which Jesus is your baby? Baby Jesus in a tuxedo.
Also, you said before that your passion is to work with people who don't have a voice.
Right.
So obviously you do work with celebrities, but you also have a passion for still working with, I don't want to say civilians, but
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
Us normal people.
Normal people. But my true passion is really with kids. So I have a foundation, and I do, because kids, they don't have a voice, and they have no idea. Their parents go to the grocery store, they buy the food and all that, so no one speaks for them. So that's really, when I say no voice, like for me, it starts with the kids, and then outside of that, anyone else who really needs help, that's what I'm kind of here for.
Wow. And when did you found Fitness Bunch?
Ooh, over 10 years ago.
Okay.
So I go to schools and speak, and then I did a Get Fit workout video for kids and stuff like that. So that's my
That's
passion.
great.
That's really cool. That's amazing. And didn't you say that Corey kind of...
Yeah, Corey was really passionate about childhood obesity.
Yeah. Well, Corey and I work on a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
We're doing we started realizing that we're kind of working in the same, area. So we're teaming up to do some things coming soon.
That's cool. Whatever it is, I'm there
you're
for it.
in, you're in.
And you've actually just worked with him on like a 30-day challenge, right?
Yeah, 30-day challenge. So people will have until 2nd to get their stuff in on our challenge. And
That's cool.
They'll win 30 days of training with us.
Really?
Okay, so what exactly does that mean? So you sign up somewhere?
So they'll sign up. So we wanted to see what people can do on their own without excuses. So we give people 30 days to do their own transformation. Like, how far can you go? What can you do for yourself in 30 days? Because I always say, knowledge really isn't power. Applied knowledge is power. Because we all have the resources we need at our fingertips. You can go online and Google anything you want.
Right.
Like, anything.
Right.
So if this is something you truly, truly want, the resources right there. So it's the applied knowledge that's really the power. So we wanted people to apply their knowledge and see what you can do in 30 days without our help. And then from that part, we'll read their stories and see who we want to work with.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then are they like local to LA or like you're going to...
We did it worldwide.
Wow.
So anyone in the world can join our challenge.
That's amazing.
And then you pick
really
two
nice.
people?
And we picked 2 people. I know it's going to be hard.
That is going to be so
It's gonna
hard.
be so hard. I think I haven't talked to Corey about this yet, but I think we're gonna have to extend a week just to go through everything. Cause
Yeah.
For sure.
yeah, I literally the email when we announced it with people, it was getting kicked back because I didn't have enough space for it. So
Really?
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's crazy.
so it's exciting.
That is
People
cool.
are watching
Exciting.
Revenge Body.
Yeah.
The people are being inspired by the show, so it's really exciting to see. And it's not the regular show that people are used to seeing. It's people have to do their day-to-day life. You got to go to work every day. How you gonna feed yourself? Well, and you have to incorporate a healthy lifestyle into that. And how does that work? So that's what I really like about the show. You got to get up and get it done. I don't care if you have to get there at 5 a.m. Let's go.
Yeah.
No excuses.
No
excuses.
excuses.
Right. And are you a big fan of getting up early to just get the workout done?
Oh, I mean, my day, I get up every day at 4 a.m.
Oh my
I'm up at 4:30 every day.
When's your bedtime?
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
I am granny.
Right now?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
late. I'm like, man,
Oh.
this is AfterBuzz. I'm really out there. Yeah, I'm normally in bed at 8:30. Like, my friends know. If you text message me after a certain time and I don't respond, I'm in bed.
Wow.
Granny.
Wow. And do you train
Work.
people every single day? Like, do you ever have like a weekend off where you can stay out late and go out with friends, or not really?
I tore it up this week.
Okay.
I did. I had a moment, and I was like, you know what? 2018, I'm gonna change my tune. I'm gonna stay out late, and I'm struggling right now. I'm on a struggle bus. So yeah, that won't happen again for another 2 months or something. But yeah, I do have times where I'll next Sunday we're gonna have a finale party. So
Yeah.
that Monday I'm gonna make sure I schedule my first person later in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So Mama can have a little bit of fun.
That's
Yeah.
right. I feel like you
Well
deserve
deserved.
it. Yeah.
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 Thank
Definitely,
you.
definitely.
Thank you.
Now, have you ever thought about opening up your own studio? I know you're, back and forth from here to New York. You want to open one here, maybe New York, somewhere.
Zero desire to open my own studio. My goal, my big vision is to be able to touch the masses and to work with millions of people. So that's not going to happen in a one-on-one environment. So, working on a few things. I have my Body Blitz 365 plan that's coming out. It's a book. It's a series, all this stuff. So that's the goal,
That's
to be able
amazing.
to really touch a lot of people and do seminars. And it's amazing how many people have such crazy stories, and you just hear these stories, and I can't, I want to respond to every single person,
Right.
and it's just hard. You can't. So if I have a space where, I can do seminars and things, and people can just come and be a part of it and learn whatever. Because if I'm inspiring you, God has blessed me to be able to be that voice for people. So it's good.
That's amazing. I love how you're adjusting to please the masses as well, because a lot of people, they're like, that's exhausting, that's too much time. You're obviously spending so much time on what you're doing now, but to take that next step and be like, okay, well, I'm going to cater to people who are wanting more from me. That's taxing on you, but
Yeah.
you're giving. Part of your gift is to give to other people, which I love.
Yeah.
I think that's very selfless and amazing.
Oh, thank you. I never
Yeah.
thought of it like that, but thank you for making me Mother Teresa.
I like that you're not sticking in like the celebrity trainer box. You know,
Yeah.
you really
Yeah.
want more than that.
No, I want, I mean, it's cool. Trust me. I mean, you get all the like, ooh, celebrity. Like,
Yeah.
But you know, it's everybody needs. You know, not every person has the resources that celebrities do to be able to afford to work with me. You know,
Right.
so how do I reach the masses and make sure that everyone can get the information and get yelled at?
Right.
You know,
Like Nicole, which I really want to get into.
Oh, my
I want to
goodness.
know, you know, candid, how was it working with her? We just got done watching the whole show together,
Yeah.
so we
and then
got
I
your comments.
FaceTimed her,
Yes.
and then you guys kind of heard me, and we watched the show as a team.
Yeah.
Nicole was a pain in my ass from the very beginning, and then we evolved together. Like, it was one of those things, like, everything that you saw in there, like, I'm gonna choke her, I'm gonna kill her, like, legitimately, I would call
Those
the
real
producer.
feelings.
Yeah, those were very real feelings. I told the producer, I was like, if she comes in this gym, after that text message, she's about to get dropped
Yeah.
old school.
Yeah.
Yes.
Boom.
But
And
we
can you
did.
tell us a little more, like, what was behind that text message? I know we
Um,
talked about it
I
one-on-one,
know.
but
I mean, you guys were
we were
like,
what
"Do you
did
have the
she
text?"
text?
Exactly. Yeah.
Show us.
I think she was just in a space because I called her on her BS. Like, she was she was on the phone. I mean, it went from, you know, her telling me about how she didn't have an easy pass, or what do they call it, easy? I'm thinking New York. Whatever. The pass, which you can, fast track.
That's,
She didn't have a fast track, and then she was getting tickets, and she had like $700-800 in tickets, and then look, and I was like, none of these things are my problem. I
No.
don't care. What is my problem is that I'm in this gym and you're not. That's my
Yeah.
problem.
So she was just jumping around all over
I
the
mean,
place.
it was just like, if you could just read and it would just be, and then the text messages would be paragraphs. You ever get a text and it's just like,
yes.
and if anyone knows me, I hate text messaging. I'm so old school. So, like, don't send me, like, call me. Like, please just call me unless it's something quick. Other than that, I do not want to read a paragraph. And that's what I would always get. And everyone was like, excuse 1, excuse 2, excuse 3. Oh, I got my tooth pulled. I'm in pain. I can't work out. Oh, this happened. Oh, my gosh, I left my phone. And, you know,
Yeah.
all of that. So
Nonstop.
at that point, I was really frustrated. She called me. And a lot of people don't know, like, the reason I was looking gangster with my bandana on is I freaking had a shingles outbreak. Like, I thought shingles was, I'd see the commercial, I'd be like, oh, only old people get shingles. like, oh, 1 in 4 people get shingles. And I was like, that'd never be me.
Until it was.
So I had a big ass knot on my head and all this. So I'm like in a bandana there to work out, and you don't show up. Oh my, it was on.
You're
It
like,
was
I have
on.
shingles and you can't get to
Yeah,
this
exactly.
workout.
right?
I was like, oh man, I was hot. I was hot.
I bet.
We were kind of saying earlier how you are always stuck with the people that make the most excuses, or especially the girl from last season.
Sudka.
Oh, Sukka.
I don't know how to say her name.
Sukka.
Yeah.
Princess.
The
Yes.
princess.
Very much.
Yes.
And then you got Nicole this season, so
Yes.
Yeah.
you've had a lot.
Yeah, I asked Chloe too when, you know, we had our little moment before she got there. I was like, you do this to me on purpose. And she's like, no, I swear we don't.
Oh.
But I don't know. I like I said in the show, I think it's like God has a plan for me to learn empathy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, it's a plan, like make her shed a tear. Angelica made me shed a tear last season,
Yeah.
but that was at the very end, and it was an emotional time in her because, you know, I really created a bond with her, and just watching her with her mom and her grandmother and the way they talked to her, and, you know, it was just good to see her regain her power and stuff like that. And Nicole, as you can see, she started to like really grow up. So at the end of it, like, I FaceTimed her today at the end of the episode, but she was like, I love you and thank you. You know?
Right?
Because,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people don't have the opportunity for the person to turn the mirror and go, look, this is all you. This is what you do. You create this. And everything you do is an excuse. And so now find a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think we saw her grow up during the episode, which was amazing. Do you think that one of the main reasons why they put her with you was because they knew that she needed someone who wasn't afraid to tell her like it is to kind of get through that tough skin of hers?
Probably. And that's why I said, I think, like, I was looking at her, figuring out, I was like, her parents probably spoiled her to death. She got anything she want. You know, not in this camp.
Nope.
You need some tough love.
Homie, don't play that. I'm the
Don't
queen
play.
of tough love.
Yeah, a lot
Bring
of people
it.
I feel like think that your personal trainer is also your therapist.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And you're like, no, we're here to work out.
Here to work out.
Keep it short.
I keep it short. I don't care.
Yeah, we had Ashley on last week, and she's like, I don't want to be your friend.
Right.
We were like, is Christina Aguilera nice? And she was like, doesn't matter. She's not
Yeah.
my friend. I'm here to train her.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
And that's how it is. Like, even I have other clients, you know, one of my clients sent me a text. One of my celebrity clients sends me a text. He's like, I'm canceling today. I was like, canceling doesn't get you results.
Oh.
I was like, I'll see you tomorrow. So, like,
No.
but I don't, you know, they all know me. I don't care who you
Yeah.
are and what
Oh,
you do.
okay.
This is
Yeah.
how I roll. And you're paying, you're paying me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't want to waste your money.
Yeah.
right.
Let's say
Wow.
let's say whoever it was does cancel. You still get paid for that session, right?
Oh, hell to the ease.
So,
Get those coins. I'm
Yeah.
in.
Right?
so
I got hustle.
the cool thing, yeah, that's right. The cool thing about it is though, is a lot of people be like, oh, cool, easy for me, I still get the money. But you cared enough to be like, no, I'm seeing you tomorrow. We're
Yeah.
gonna get these results.
Yeah, we're gonna get it done. I mean, and I'm truly passionate about what I do, and I want to see people get results. You know, because that's you do this for a reason. Like, you come in the door and you're fired up, and you're like, yeah, I want to change my life. But the biggest thing is also the outside piece is what you do in the kitchen. Because no matter,
Exactly.
even if you train with me 5 days a week, right? That's 5 hours a week. There's 24 hours in a day. What are you doing with the rest of your day?
Right.
That's you have me for 5 hours
Yeah.
a week.
And Nicole, you saw a lot of results, and with the smoothies, that was the biggest thing. Is she would
Oh my
not
gosh.
drink these smoothies.
She hated the smoothie, and I was like, I don't really care. I need you to get vegetables in your
Yeah.
system.
Right?
So
Yeah.
suck it up. Hold your nose. I said, do you take shots? Do you drink alcohol? Yeah,
Yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What,
Except this
what
is
are
healthy.
in these smoothies that were so?
Exactly.
That
They
she
sound
was
delicious.
bad?
Come
Yeah.
on.
The
They don't look
smoothies,
too bad.
the
Like, I love
smoothies are
smoothies.
delicious. You can barely taste anything because they put berries in it,
Yeah.
so you can't taste the spinach. So I don't know what the problem was.
What was the meal plan like? Because she kept saying, "Oh, I'm deprived. I'm
Yeah.
tired of eating chicken." Like, what was going on? Like, what was she really eating? I just felt like it was like, was she eating stale?
Do you see my face? It's a really basic meal plan that I give to, especially for people who are like, if you need to get those results quickly. So it's complex carbohydrates, lean proteins, good fats. Nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no
Nothing crazy.
deprivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm like, is she eating rocks? Like,
No.
what's going on? Like,
No.
And
And
then
then
she,
the
like-
thing is, then it got to a point where she realized she had to do it. She's like, well, can I be creative? Yes. If you want to, put salsa on your chicken and your egg, do whatever. Get creative. Like, it's just a sample of what I want you. This is what your meal should look like. You can season the meat as long as it isn't salt and you're not retaining water. You could do whatever you want. So when she started to get creative, you saw like her cooking in the kitchen. She's like, I'm really enjoying it now. And it's such a weird thing when you have people go from eating fast food all the time and burgers and this, and then all of a sudden, you know, you have to make that transition to do something healthier. And it's this, oh my God, I don't eat vegetables. Oh, and you know, and all these people now, everybody's a vegetarian or a vegan, and then they don't eat vegetables. VEG. Vegetables. Why aren't you eating vegetables? So one of my other clients, he's like, I made him watch this Netflix, What the Health. Have you watched What the Health
Oh
yet?
no, I
I
haven't.
have not yet, but I really need to.
I heard about it.
It will change your life.
Yes.
But I've watched many documentaries before that, but I think people are now in a different space of awareness. So sometimes, you know, even though I've watched Forks Over Knives and Eat This and Not That, I mean, I've seen all of them, Supersize Me.
Oh,
And then whatever it is with What the Health, it just triggered something in people. And so one of my clients watched it and he's like, I'm never gonna eat chicken or meat or anything ever again. But it's really informative. And then there's one piece in there that talks about pork. So you have the pigs, and the pigs die, and then they put the pigs in a little thing and they rot, and it's like smells up the place, and then they grind up all of that as slop and feed it back to the healthy base.
No.
So just think about that every time you take a bite of that bacon.
Hold up. I was going to have a bacon hamburger.
Oh, yeah,
And
baby.
I'm see.
Lips that touch swine, don't touch mine.
No.
Okay, wait. So are you a vegetarian or do you just not eat red meat?
No, so I went through a phase, and I always tell people it's better to do it that way. I haven't had red meat and pork in over 20 years.
Wow.
And then after that, I went on a phase where it was just chicken, turkey, fish. And then I stopped chicken, turkey, and then I was pescatarian, and I only ate fish. Then I went to vegetarian, and then I went to vegan.
Okay.
So I went like
Okay.
through this whole
Oh,
phase.
so you're vegan now.
No. So what happened was...
See, what had happened was.
What had happened was... No, I was vegan for like 3 months, and it was cool, but... I don't like to put myself in a box. I want to say that I eat a whole food plant-based diet. Like I'm conscious about that 80% of the time. I don't enjoy meat, so I don't eat it. But occasionally if I go someplace and I want a piece of branzino or some salmon or something like that, I'll have it. But I'm very aware.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I wanted to ask you, what do you think of this big juice craze? Because a lot of people think an easy way to get your vegetables in, you juice them, you drink it, it's not that big of a deal, a lot less, time eating it because you just kind of drink it.
I'm a big fan of juice. I
Okay.
mean, I think if you're but again, people tend to gravitate towards the sweeter stuff. Like, ooh, I'm gonna juice nothing but oranges, and
Yeah.
as long as you're putting some veggies and you're getting your phytonutrients, your body's happy. So, you get it. Make sure the juice is actually green and there's vegetables in it, and a green apple usually will sweeten it up, and then it's all good. But yeah, I love juices. I don't believe in just juice cleanses. I think most people fail at that because you want to chew. I like to chew.
Yeah.
So I'm not. I'd rip somebody's head off if I had to just like have juice all day.
Yeah, because like a lot of people are saying that they think that in order to get all of the nutrients, you really need to eat it, not drink it. But I've found some good results with drinking it. I think it's easier. It actually makes me want to have it.
I mean, the body doesn't have a difference. The body doesn't go, ooh, did you chew that or did you drink it? I mean, it's it's the same thing. If when you're putting sugar in your body doesn't distinguish like. Now that sugar is better from fruit because it has fiber mixed with it. So the body goes, okay, there's fiber. I'm going to slow it down. I'm not going to have the spike on all these other things that happen. But sugar is sugar. Protein is protein. Phytonutrients are phytonutrients. Your body's going to be happy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sitting here getting ready to move on, but I just can't get over the fact that you don't have bacon.
Oh, yeah.
What about turkey bacon?
I had turkey
Are we
bacon this
doing
morning.
that?
I had turkey bacon this morning.
What about slip that in there?
Turkey.
Am okay?
I mean, listen, I've had my share of turkey bacon, but it's processed meat.
Oh.
Yeah. And not only
So,
that, but it seems floppy.
It's processed. So
Floppy.
just know it's not. If it isn't real and you can't grow it,
Yeah.
you probably shouldn't be eating.
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's Sunday and it's your cheat meal, what are you eating? What's your go-to?
I don't believe in cheat meals or cheat days.
Oh.
That's kind of not my thing. I eat what I want when I want it.
Okay.
Because I eat clean majority of the time. So I always say like, and don't get me wrong, back in the days I was like, have your cheat meal, but as I've evolved and I just don't believe in it. I think if you're eating well most of the time and I sit down and I want some French fries, I'll have French fries. Do I eat French fries every day? No. But if I want it, I'll have it. And that's not like, I think if you look at it as a cheat meal, that means you're not enjoying what you're eating all the rest of the time. So I want people to enjoy what you're having. And then if there's something else that you really want, then have it. Right? But if you look at it as a cheat meal, then it's like everything else I'm eating is shit, but this is it.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, what a horrible feeling to feel that way. I can't wait for my cheat meal because this is so horrible. That's such a bad feeling.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
And not only that, but a lot of people will eat really well, and then that one cheat day, they just go overboard, and they have so much to the point where it's not even.
It's not even, and it just totally counteracts everything that you did all week long. So a cheat day is ridiculous. If you're out and you want something, eat it, but then get back on track. And that's just the way you look at it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes some people are like, you know what? Today I just want a burger, and then someone will have a burger. I do Beyond Meat burgers, so.
I was gonna say.
And they're so good. I got so many people hooked on. I got Corey hooked on that Beyond Meat burgers. He's like, "How do you not eat meat?" And I was like, "Very easy.
Wait, where do you get that?
Yeah.
Beyond Meat burger.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Woo!
Now you got us on it now too.
Yeah.
Listen, Linda. Just remember this
Linda.
moment. Linda, listen. Remember this moment. Beyond Me. You can get it. Most of the Ralph stores are carrying them now.
Okay.
But Whole Foods definitely has them.
Okay.
Wow. I think maybe Trader Joe's too.
No,
No.
TJ's doesn't have it.
No. Do you
Is
go
it-
there? Do you
Oh,
like? Do you like a lot of their stuff?
I shop. I do because I think I do organic. You know, organic is definitely not. People like to come up with this whole thing that eating organic is fake. No, it isn't. Like if you can afford to eat organic, do it. And Trader Joe's I think has like the better prices, so I get a lot of my organic, my spinach, and things like that.
Is
Do
it like
people
a
know-
soy? Is it like soybean based?
What?
The Beyond the Meat.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it. It's not soy. No soy.
Really?
Soy.
Wow.
Is soy bad for you?
Okay, so the studies have shown. So there's two different studies going on. So there's always going to be a study that says soy is good, because that's the person that has soy and uses soy. But I think when things come into our country, things change. For whatever reason, when it becomes Americanized, we tend to fuck it up, right? So, so like I think if you go to an Asian country, right, and they're eating soy all day and they're healthy and they're fine, but then for whatever reason, sometimes you get the soy here, and then they're saying the soy is adding to cancer and it's adding to this and it's adding to that. It's kind of. I tend to tell people to stay away from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
From the things that I've read about it, I just tell my clients to stay away from soy, dairy, especially dairy.
Everything.
Yeah, I know. I love having like trainers like you come in for the show because I get so much information.
Yes.
And not only that,
Yes.
but like a lot of people out there, you look up it's something healthy. There's always going to be studies saying that that's
Right.
healthy.
Right.
And then in your mind you're like, oh, well, I can have that. And in reality, it's like
Well,
there's-
you have to see who's financing that study, right? Like, if
Right.
you look at what the U.S. government puts out there, then man, we'd all be overweight and dying right now. You know,
Yeah.
whatever is subsidized by the government is what you should be eating, right?
Yeah.
Which is total BS. But they're gonna get a study to come out and say that, eat meat. Eat that. That's not gonna clog your arteries and do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this study sponsored by Oscar Mayer Wieners.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't do that.
Exactly.
I did.
So it's true. So you'll find something to back up whatever you want. I mean, that's just what it is. But you can't go away from the dirty dozen and the clean 15, right? So
Yeah.
there's things that you have to buy organic, and then there are certain things that you can kind of get away with. But the pesticides are out there. What they do, the corn, it's out there.
What's the dirty dozen?
Oh, look it up. Dirty Dozen, Clean 15. So Dirty Dozen, there are 12 things, fruits and vegetables that you should always, always, always buy organic because of all the pesticides that are in it.
Okay.
Wow.
And then the Clean 15 are things that you don't have to necessarily get organic because they have less pesticides in them.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Wow.
I'm Googling that after
Yeah.
this.
Really good
yeah.
stuff.
Dirty Dozen, Clean 15.
Yeah. So many
Good.
people really think, oh, well, this is great. This is, supposed to be healthy. Little do they know.
Yeah,
all the pesticides.
kale and spinach are like number one on the list. Like anytime you buy kale and spinach, you should get it organic.
Wow.
Because that's where they get you. And that's the stuff that, don't get me started. I'll
Yeah.
keep talking about this stuff
But
forever,
going back to Nicole, I did want to say it was amazing whenever she had her reveal. She looked incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Lost
She
over
looked
40
great.
pounds.
Yeah, and whenever she was having that meeting with her parents and when she was kind of confronting them, like, no, we don't try. I was like, is she talking to her parents or is La talking to her
Yeah,
parents?
basically, anyone who knows me, my biggest thing is trying is lying. I don't tell me you're going to try and do something. You're going to do it or you're not going to do it.
Right.
Like, and how many times I'm going to try and go to a party. You're not coming. Just don't try. Because if you're girl, I will be there.
Yeah.
That's a whole different
Yep.
thing. Oh, I'm going to try to go to the gym today. What? Are you going to go to the gym or you're not going to go to the gym? Why are you going to try?
Yeah.
Like, make it a point. Do what you need to do. So, Anyway, yeah, that's one of my sayings. Trying is lying. Don't try it. Just do it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Try.
I'm gonna write that down.
And then I was so yeah. She's like
Beyond meat. Okay, I got it.
And we got a whole list now.
Yeah.
But I did think it was incredible that her father was able to lose 100 pounds just after
Right.
that talking.
Yeah.
That's a great foot in the right
Yeah.
direction.
I mean, it was just, and her parents were so amazing, and you could see how she inspired change in them because, you know, she had to go home for something, and she's like, when I get home, everyone's going to eat bad, then I have to eat bad. And I was like, why do you have to eat
Right.
bad? Because you're going home with your family. Like, be the leader, you know, set an example. When I go out with my friends and we're ordering appetizers, I go straight to the sides, and I'm like, okay, bring me some Brussels sprouts, bring me this, bring me that, while everyone else is eating the fried crap. That's just my choice. But then people are like, oh, I want Brussels sprouts too. Okay, well then you should have ordered Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
You know, but don't be afraid to be a leader. You know, you don't have to do things because your family does this. You know, lead. And so that's the thing I told her. I said, go home, help your parents make, you know, look up better recipes for the things that you do. We can be better, you know?
Definitely.
We just have to want to be better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And another great contestant that we had today was Alexis. And it was really cool to see Nicole Winhofer
Yeah.
because she's a new trainer to the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
yes.
and what do you think about the transformation that Alexis had? And not only that, but incorporating so much dance in the workout.
I think I mean, this season alone, I've actually got emotional on a couple of episodes. I think we've done a really good job of understanding people's stories and the psychology behind weight loss and weight gain. It's so much, you know, a lot of it is all mental. And if you can't get your mind right, you're not going to get to the other side. So getting through watching him grow, you know, it just seems like that 12 weeks, you just get to see people grow. So it was, you know, at first he thought it was, you know, his mom. And then he was like, no, I got to love me. And now I love me so much that I'm not going to let you do this to me anymore. So it's more about self-love. So it's good to see him get to that point.
Yeah.
With self-love. And because he has an artistic background, I think what he did with Nicole was great. Like, dancing is his thing, you know? I only dance in clubs. So.
No, yeah, but I love that. And I thought it was amazing how, in the end, he forgave his mom.
I loved
It seems like they're
That was a good
moving
one.
on in the right
In a
direction.
good direction, right? Yeah. So it's just a lot of growth, you know? I love it.
He was really genuine. I kind of got teary-eyed listening to his story, and I usually don't get that way when I'm watching the show, but I really liked him. I thought he was so sweet.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was definitely a good episode tonight. Everything
Definitely.
just seemed like it fell into place to me. Like his episode, and then La
Yeah,
and
her.
her no talking back,
No BS.
strong love. I loved it.
I know, and not only that, but you're going to be on next week's episode
Right.
too. The
On
finale.
next week's
Can you give us a little
episode.
teaser?
Yeah, give us a little something.
So Chad and Allison, I have a couple this
Oh,
season.
yeah, like
Yeah.
couple.
So one's losing weight and one's gaining weight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is she pregnant?
gosh.
Oh well, I feel like
Okay,
You
no.
have to watch.
I feel like she might be pregnant.
You have
The
to-
one that's
Think
coming up.
so?
Yes.
I didn't even think that.
That's what I was
ooh.
thinking when Chloe was like, "Oh, you know what's going on?" I can't remember who said something, but like, "You're not losing weight at all." And then she's just like, "Oh, I'm like, oh, she gotta be
gosh.
pregnant."
Ooh, we'll have to
Just
wait and
went
see.
down.
Guess you
Another
gotta
hard
tune
piece.
in next
Oh,
week
you
to
know
see
what?
what's
Okay,
up.
we gonna talk after
Well,
this.
What's your number? What's your number?
Simone said something about there being drama with hers too. Not drama, but she said it was a really good episode.
Okay.
Do you remember what she
Yeah,
was saying?
I forgot
So
what
I
she
think
said.
something big happens with hers too.
Yeah, it's the finale, so something's got to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Something's
Something
happening.
always
They
goes
saved
down
some
the
some
finale.
good
Yeah.
things for the
That
end
makes
there.
sense.
But was
Yeah.
this in the teaser? I think that he said it was like having sex with the beach ball or something like that.
Yeah, that's
What?
Wait, what?
yeah. In the
missed that one.
teaser, he said it's like I forgot the analogy.
Like a toothpick having
a toothpick having. Yeah, she said something like that.
Having sex with a beach ball or
Oh,
something
because he's so
like that.
Instead of the
tiny.
couple.
Yeah. Which
was
is
tiny.
so crazy because you training a couple. This is only the second couple on the series.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it's neat because that's not really a typical thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
One last
this is the first time we're bringing a weight gain story. So I
Yeah.
think that's a big thing too, because people don't realize, as much as obesity is a problem in our country, there are people who are underweight, and so as underweight people, you'll see from this season, they usually have really bad diets. And so you may not be overweight, but what's going on inside your body is another thing. There's another documentary about that, and it was 2 kids in the same house eating the same food. One of the kids was overweight, and the other kid was really thin, and then they put them both through a scan, and the one that was underweight was just as unhealthy as the kid that was over. It just showed differently.
That's
so
insane.
what's going on internally, just because you're slim on the outside, if you're eating a lot of crap, you know, you can pass out from a heart attack too.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's something that I think it's going to be important to shed a light on, because a lot of people don't get that. They think, oh, well, you're skinny, you must be fine.
You can eat what you want. You can do what you want. And, you know, just because you're thin, that's not necessarily the truth, you know?
So true.
So it's going to be a great episode, because I think that's something that people will want to see. A lot of people are like, why everybody's losing weight? What about people who want to gain weight? I was like, yeah, they're out there.
Yeah. Exactly. And I also want to say you have an app too.
Oh,
right?
I do?
Do you?
No.
You don't?
I was like, I do.
Are you like
She's
planning
like,
on,
where can I find it?
I was like, where is it?
Are you planning on coming out with an app anytime, or?
I'm working on some things.
Okay.
So like right now, but I don't have an app.
Okay. I think I want one.
You want an
I
app?
want
Yes.
one.
I'm
I
gonna
would
come out
love
with
it.
a lap with a bunch of sayings. Get your ass up.
Oh my God, you need like a ringtone.
I don't want to work out today, huh?
You need like a ringtone, or like when your
Yes.
alarm goes off, it's your voice.
Oh.
Get up.
Get
La
up.
That,
emoji.
you should do that.
Okay.
Emojis, la emojis. I can see
La
that.
emojis.
Yes.
Hey.
I
You
can
want
just-
to
take
be
my
my manager?
15%.
You want to be my manager?
Just slide me my money under the door. We good. Just slide me the
Oh my
money.
gosh, I would love a emoji of,
A
like,
emoji?
of like you and the bandana going like. Because like there was a good moment where you're like, I'm calling you on your bull.
Bullshit, yeah.
And you're like, I love that. I'm so. for
Don't
that.
try. That's gonna be the catchphrase. Don't try. Do or not. Right there.
Yoda, I did not, and Yoda came up with that. There is no try, only do.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Well,
so season 2's wrapping, and then
Yeah.
fingers crossed for a season 3.
Yes.
And so that being the case, would you want to come back for a season 3?
Hell yeah.
Good. Good.
Of course I'll be back. I'll be back.
obviously
Good.
everyone loves the show the way that it is, but there has been talks of like changing it up a little bit.
I know. I've heard those little rumors.
yeah.
Dirty
What
little
kind of
rumors.
changes?
I can't say because I have some friends who
Oh.
told me, but
Oh, thanks.
some changes that might be happening may not. If moving forward, what would you like to see if there were some changes?
Huh. That's a great question. I don't know. No.
Some like you think? I mean, obviously, what the show's doing right now is working, but I think it would be interesting to kind of like switch things up. I'd love to see some familiar faces come back and maybe help also
Oh,
throughout the journey.
Help the old school ones
Yeah.
come in and help the newbies.
Yeah.
I think Simone said that she would want to change the name instead of Revenge Body, like Feel Good Body or something. She want to see more like
Yeah, she didn't like
feel
the
good
revenge
moments.
connotation.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
I
whole
think
show,
I
though.
Yeah.
think the thing with revenge for people to really understand is that at the end of the day, it's not about like revenge, like you
Right.
know,
Right.
like that. But I think Revenge Body is a sexy name. You know, like you kind of going like, ooh, Revenge Body, yeah.
True.
Like I want to get who are you getting sexy for? Like who are you doing this?
Right.
And then really at the end of the show, you're really doing it for you.
Yeah.
You know, like every single person at the end of their journey loves themselves. They love themselves more. So
Yeah.
it's like, I like the name.
I do. I think it's kind of sparks interest, like ooh, like what
Yeah.
you're saying.
Right.
Kind of like,
Yeah.
ooh.
They
Exactly.
need to do an episode where they bring everybody back and kind of see where they are now.
I would love that.
I would
Yeah.
love
Then
that
you can
too.
see it,
That would
where
be
they
cool.
started and their progress now that it's been.
in a group
And they
workout.
have, and all the season 1 contestants,
Yeah.
they stay in touch. They still work out together.
do.
They come to our events. I was rolling up, hey, love, like, oh shit. So like they all stay in touch and still work out, and I think it's cool that they kind of keep their community so that they all stay inspired to do what they want to do. And I mean, just the other day, they all went to Training Mate and worked out with one
Right.
of Luke's class.
Yeah.
So it's great, they create a community.
I love that. I love that. And also
is
they were
really
talking
cool.
about. Lastly, I wanted to say they're talking about doing like a meet and greet Would you be down to like do that and kind of meet some people? I know you're ready to talk to the masses. I'm ready for you to be there.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think it'd be great for us to do like a revenge body tour and go into different cities and meet people
I can see that.
do crazy stuff.
A
like
little conference with different workouts. Different meet.
Breakout rooms.
Just 15%. Just under the door. Just slide it under.
I'm telling you, you can be my manager. Like,
I can
there you
see
go.
it. Yes, revenge con.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here
Revenge
for it.
con.
Oh, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it
Let
too.
me stop, because I know Chloe probably watching. Give
Sign
my
me
buddy.
up.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, again, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you
in.
for having me.
Yes.
It's so cool. I love the AfterBuzz. I'll come
Oh,
anytime.
all right. That's right. You're just like a plethora of information, and I love that.
Thank you.
So-
I could go on for days about healthy eating and food, so that's
Yeah.
why let me stop. But anytime you want me to come back to talk about, I get on a soapbox.
There we go. Season 3.
Season
You should
3,
come
baby.
back.
Do it,
Yes.
season 3.
Absolutely. And where can everyone find you on social media again?
LatrellMitchell.com is my website. Latrell Mitchell Instagram, Latrell Mitchell Facebook, and Twitter.
All right. And what about you, Howard?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at Howard III, and of course my website, howardthird.com.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Shanti_Christina or Twitter at Shanti Christina.
And y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rach_Robillard.
And you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Get to the gym today. Do something positive for yourself.
Yes.
Vegetables.
Yes.
Eat vegetables.
That's right. That's right.
Eat your greens.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Yeah.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.